Okay, so it is almost 3:10, and is my screen visible to everyone?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Is the voice clear? Is it okay to you?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Yes, sir.
Very good. So in previous class, we studied this portion, resistive voltage divider circuit, right? And all the calculations we already did, right? So this is a small numerical based on the previous one, and we are going to calculate what is the voltage drop across the each resistor. Okay, here you can see one loop is present. So I current is flowing in this loop, and I am telling you that the voltage, this voltage source is called independent DC voltage source, right? And this is the resistor across which we need to calculate the voltage drop, and the voltage drop is, their polarity is just the opposite of the source, because it is the voltage that we are losing. Okay, and according to our KVL law, Kirchhoff's voltage law, it is stated that in a particular loop, the total voltage, that means summation of the voltage, is always zero. That means the source voltage and the voltage drop, if they are arithmetically added, then the total voltage should be zero. And remember, voltage drop sign, as you go around this way, your voltage movement will be from higher potential to lower potential. That's why the negative sign is coming, and the total voltage drop is becoming the negative, right? So here it is very easy to calculate the voltage drop across the each resistor. Okay, see, all the resistors are connected in series format, okay, not in parallel. So since they are connected in series, so add them. And how to calculate the current? Voltage divided by the resistor. So it is easy. I current is 1 milliampere, and since I is passing through each resistor, so the resistor, across the resistor there will be voltage drop, and you can calculate the voltage drop by the formula I into R. Okay, now is the resistive current divider circuit. Why it is called current divider? Because see, the current is divided at this node. But in voltage divider circuit, the voltage is divided. That's why that was called voltage divider. Here, the current is divided into two branches. You can see IR1 and IR2. Now, here our motto is to calculate the value of the current IR1 and IR2. Okay, so we will formulate this value, this equation first. Okay, IT equals to IR1 plus IR2. And what is IR1? See, the R1 and R2 are in parallel across the same DC independent voltage, correct? So what will be the current? IR1, that is V by R1, correct? Next, for IR2, V by R2. Now add those, and from there you can calculate the V, and from there you can calculate the IT value, that means I total. Okay, now if you have calculated the I total value, you can obviously calculate the other values. Okay, that means IR1 and IR2, because V value is already known to you with respect to IT. Okay, so if you put the value of V here and here, so IR2 you can find out as a function of IT. So what is our motto in resistive current divider circuit? Our motto is to find out IR1 as a function of IT. Okay, there will be no place for voltage. So we will replace the voltage by this equation. Okay, it is very easy to understand, nothing more complicated. Okay, Check here, it is done. The voltage V value is put in this circuit, okay, and it is calculated. Now check here, one very important thing here is, check when IR1 is calculated, the numerator part is R2, okay, and when IR2 is calculated, then R1 is present here, okay. That means what? When we calculate this IR1 part, this IT by R1 plus R2, this is constant part, okay. So we will write K into R2 and when we write the IR2, we can write the same K into R1, okay. Now we can write also IR1 by IR2 equals to R2 by R1. So in current divider circuit, we can say that the current flowing through the circuit, through the branch, through the resistor is inversely proportional to its resistance. That means we will say IR1 is inversely proportional to 1 by R1. Okay, clear? So this one is the ultimate equation you need to generate. Okay, next we will go to the Thevenin's theorem. Right, I told you in previous classes that we need to minimize our circuit, okay. Whatever circuit we are learning, okay, those circuits are either consisted of 2 loops or 3 loops, okay. So if you do the conventional method, then almost 3 variables is needed, 3 variables are needed or 4 variables are needed, but that will be very hectic because more the number of variables, more will be the number of equations. So what is our main objective here? Our objective here to minimize the circuit, okay. This Thevenin theorem is stating that any linear bilateral circuit that contains the several voltages and resistances can be replaced by one single voltage source, okay, in series with a single resistance, and this single resistance is called the equivalent resistance of the circuit, right. And this one single voltage, this single voltage source that will be connected in Thevenin's theorem is called the open circuit. That's why it is written as OC, V suffix OC, okay. That is that because it is called open circuit, right. So the any linear bilateral circuit can be transformed by using this one single voltage source VOC and one equivalent resistance in series connection, okay. Now how can we do that? Suppose here in this section, okay, any type of network we can put, okay, in this box. It is the black box that we don't know, okay. And in this output we are connecting the resistance RL, okay. So what we will do, we will calculate one voltage source keeping the load resistance, this is called load resistance because it is connected across the output. Okay, we will keep this output open, right? And then we will calculate the open circuit voltage source that which is occurring across the AB. Okay, and opening this RL, seeing from this side what is our equivalent resistance in the circuit, that is called the RS or REQ. Okay, in some book you will see this RS is written, in some book you will see R equivalent is written. Okay, don't get confused. This R equivalent you can write every time. Okay, this will be better for your understanding. Now, let's take one example. Right, suppose I am configuring one circuit. Okay, this one simple circuit I am drawing here. If you cannot understand after this explanation, then you may raise your question. Okay, this is your voltage, this is your R1, right? And this one is your R2. Okay, this is your circuit. And now here the RL is connected. Okay, and this is our output. Okay, this is our output port A, B. Okay, now what is our main motto? Our main motto is to calculate the current flowing through this RL. Okay, now according to this Thevenin theorem, we will reconfigure one circuit. How? We will construct one circuit that contains an open circuit voltage source. Okay, with this in series, I had connected the R equivalent. Okay, and here we connect the RL. Okay, so from here in this simple circuit you can configure, you can calculate the value of current that will flow through the RL. Very easy. What is the value of RL? What is the value of IL? Sorry, the value of IL will be VOC divided by R equivalent plus RL. Okay, okay, till now if you have any problem, unmute and speak. Okay, any query?
No, sir.
Okay, very good. So now what we will do next? We will calculate this value of VOC and R equivalent, right? So first we will calculate the R equivalent. So we will redraw the circuit like this. When the voltage source is present, when voltage source is present, we will make it as a short circuit. Okay, remember this one. This is very important. Okay, when we calculate the R equivalent, it is the process of calculation of R equivalent. Remember, okay, when we are calculating the R equivalent, voltage source will be short circuited, right? And the current source will be open circuited. Right? So what we will do next? We will short circuit the voltage source. See, I have done the short circuit. Now R1 is drawn here, R2 is drawn here, correct? And here is our open circuit, because how can we do the open circuit? We will remove the RL, right? So we remove the RL. So this is our A point, this is our B point. Now we will calculate the R equivalent seeing from this side. Okay, so can you tell me what is the equivalent resistance of RAB or R equivalent resistance value? If you know, speak. What is the R equivalent value? What will be the R equivalent value?
Sir, R1 plus R2.
R1 plus R2.
Why?
Because they are
R1
connected in
R1
series.
plus R2 plus R2 का R1 plus R2.
Correct. That means R1 and R2 are in parallel, not in series. Check.
Yes, sir.
As this
Yes, sir,
portion
yes, sir.
is short circuited, so this R2 and R1, are they in series? No, they are in parallel, because we can redraw this circuit like this. This is your R2, okay? This is your R1. So how does it look like? Is it series or is it parallel?
Parallel, sir.
Parallel.
Exactly. So
Parallel.
R1 and R2 will be in parallel. So we can write R equivalent equals to R1 parallel R2. Clear? We can write this. Okay. Now, what is our next one? Next one is to calculate the VOC. Okay. So let me remove, erase this portion. See, when you are doing this Thevenin equivalent circuit, always first calculate the R equivalent, because this one is very easy. If there is voltage source, short circuit that one. If it is current source, simple open circuit the current source. Okay. Then from the load side, you have to look what is the value of R equivalent. That's why this arrow mark is given. Okay, clear? Now calculate the voltage. Okay, so this is your V, this is your R1, this is your R2. Okay, and what is our load side? This one is our load. So we need to calculate the voltage. This one is open circuit. So what is the voltage across this point A, B? So what we need to do? We need to calculate the voltage across R2 simply. So voltage across R2, if you calculate, that will be equal to VOC. Correct. So calculate the voltage across this R2. So what is the value? What is the voltage drop across R2? Can you tell me? This is very easy. What is the voltage across R2? That's you have to calculate. Tell me, just try. Okay.
Sir, IR2.
Yes, what is the value of I? What is the value of I? Yes, try to answer. Whether you are right or wrong, that doesn't matter. What matters is your understanding. Okay. See, what you are telling, V equals to I into R2. V OC, Correct. So what is I? I is, see, what is I? I is the current flowing through I1, through R1 and through R2, right? So V equals to IR1 plus IR2. We can write that. Okay. V equals to I into R1 plus R2. Is it okay to everyone? Can I write this?
Yes, sir.
So
Yes,
from here you simply calculate the value of I. Value of I is V divided by R1 plus R2. Okay, within bracket. So from here you can calculate the VOC. Put the value V by R1 plus R2. So what will be the value of VOC? VOC value will be, I am writing on the top, check, this is V divided by R1 plus R2 into R2, correct? And what is the R equivalent? R equivalent is R1 in parallel with the R2. Okay, so VOC you have now, R equivalent you have now. Now we need to redraw the minimized circuit. Okay, I will show you more example. Okay, just try to follow up this part. Okay, now I am redrawing this one. This is your VOC. Okay, this is your R equivalent. This is your R equivalent. This is your VOC. And this is your RL. Okay, so from here you can calculate what current will flow through through RL, correct? What will be the value of IL? IL value will be VOC divided by RL plus R equivalent. Next, put the values here and you will see the calculation will be short. Okay, because check that no variable we are considering here. Okay, we are just converting our original circuit into the Thevenin circuit. Okay, just take another example. This one. Okay, this is one example. So, what is here? One 10 volt source, 10 ohm, 20 ohm, just the previous example. Okay, we will solve every time the same example and we will check whether the answer is coming correct or not. Right. So what is our load? Check here. This is your A. This is your B. So first step is your to remove the center 40 ohm load resistor. Correct? Follow the steps very carefully. Next we will calculate what? R equivalent resistance. So I already told you what? If voltage source is present, then we will short circuit that part. And if current source is present, we will open circuit that source. Okay. So here voltage sources were present. So that's why they were replaced by the short circuit. Right. Now across the A, B, we need to calculate the equivalent resistance. Now can you tell me how this 10 ohm and 20 ohm are connected? Are they in series or parallel?
Parallel.
Very good. Very good. Why? Because this is your A, this portion is your B. Okay, let me explain. And in one side, 20 ohm is present. Okay, just wait a minute. हाँ सर बोलून. अच्छा अच्छा ठीक আছে ঠিক আছে. Okay, sorry for the interruption. So here 20 ohm is present and here 10 ohm is present. Okay, so thus we can say this 10 ohm and 20 ohm are connected in parallel, right? So you can calculate very easily what is the value of R equivalent. 20 into 10 divided by 20 plus 10. So that will be 200 divided by 30. So it will be 20 by 3. Right or wrong? Everyone check. Is it right?
Right, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Right.
Fine.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now what we are going to do? We are going to calculate this voltage across the VAB. Okay. We are going to calculate the voltage across the VAB. So just we are trying to flow one current in this loop. Either some of you may think why sir is taking like this direction, I want to take in opposite direction. You can do that. Every time you will get the same answer across VAB. Okay, so first the blue line. First one is the blue line I am going to follow. Okay, so according to the blue line, this one is our positive, this one is negative, so potential is increasing. So I am writing here 20, correct? Now current is flowing in this direction. So this side will be positive, this side will be negative. So our voltage is dropping. So we can write here 20 into I. Again, current is flowing in this direction. So again, this side is positive, this side is negative. So again, potential is dropping, so 10I, right? Again, this side is positive, this side is negative. So again, when we go in the blue line path, okay, just a minute. Okay, is the screen visible?
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Sir.
just a minute. So according to this blue line, this will be minus 10. Okay, so what will be the value of current I? Calculate everyone. What is the current I value?
One by three.
1 by 3.
1 by 3.
1 by
Yes, sir.
So this is 1 by 3 ampere. Okay. Now where is VAB? VAB is here. So I can say that from 20 volt current I is flowing, and after the voltage drop across this 20 ohm VAB, we can get, understood? 20 volt you have. Okay. Now after the voltage drop across the 20 ohm, you are getting this VAB. We can say because VAB is here, it is present. After VAB, 10 volt is present. So our main first option is VAB. So I am writing here VAB, or I can say this one is VOC because this one is open circuit, equals to 20 ohm, 20 volt minus 20 into 1/3, correct? So now you can calculate what is the value. Is it 40 by 3? Everyone calculate. Is it 40
Yes,
by
sir.
3?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, very good. So now VOC, you have R equivalent, you have RL, also you have. So our net circuit will look like this. This is our voltage Okay, that is 40 by 3. Next, in series, this value is 20 by 3. And what is the load resistance value? That is 40. Okay, now calculate the current I, L. Okay, calculate the value of current IL. How can you calculate? Do it fast. 40 by 3 divided by 20 by 3 plus 40. Okay, so I am cancelling this 20. I can write here 2. I can write here also 2. So 2/3 by 1/3 plus 2. 2/3 by 1/3 plus 2. So it will be simply 2 by
7.
Very good.
2 by
So
7.
now check the result of I3 that we had calculated. Was that correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So now you can see that your
Yes, sir.
calculation is very short. Okay. Also it was done. No issue. It was done here also. The VOC was calculated. RT or R equivalent. This one is also called R equivalent. It was also calculated. Okay. Every point. Check here. This is 0.286 or you can say 2 by 7. Okay. So this one is less of variables. That's why if you want to solve any problem using this Thevenin theorem, it will take much less time. Okay, now just let us solve one example based on the Thevenin theorem. Okay, so we have also 10 minutes left. So do it fast. So determine the current through 5 ohm resistor, and in exam, everyone remember this, in exam, this may be given of maybe 5 marks or 8 marks. Okay, that is not 5 by 8, either 5 marks or 8 marks. So try to redraw the each circuit that I am showing you. When you are going to calculate the R equivalent, show the examiner that yes, you know that voltage source must be short circuited, right? When you are drawing the circuit, show them that you know how to draw and where you are getting that VOC value, right? Then you will get full marks. Now check here. This one, in this circuit, 2 ampere is present. What is this 2 ampere? This is one independent DC current source. This one is independent DC voltage source, and 10 ohm is connected in series, 5 ohm in parallel with the total circuit, 1 ohm in parallel. What is our load portion, load section? This is our load section. Okay. So what we will do according to Thevenin theorem, we will omit this load first. Check here, we are omitting the load. Okay. Now we need to calculate the VOC. How we will calculate? See that all the parts, all the elements, whether it is source, resistance, this all values are connected in parallel. So it will be easier if you do the nodal analysis. Okay, I also showed you that with respect to the mesh analysis, node analysis will take much less time. Okay, because if you do the mesh analysis, each time you have to calculate one current, you have to calculate another current from here. So we are not doing that. We are simply taking one voltage here and see all voltages are here in this line are same, correct? So we will do what? Nodal analysis. What we are doing in nodal analysis? Kirchhoff's current law. So here 2 ampere current is your incoming current. Here another current is incoming. Here another current is your outgoing through this portion, right? So we can write this is your incoming current. Okay. Next, what is your again incoming current? This 10 volt here. This one is VOC. Okay. So I am redrawing it for your better understanding. One voltage is here, that is 10. One resistance is here. This is your 10 volt, and this voltage is VOC. This is your 10 ohm resistance. So what is the value of current flow? The current flow will be 10 minus VOC by 10. Okay. So that's why it is written, and these two currents are incoming currents. That's why it is written in left hand side. And what is in right hand side? The outgoing currents. Here the voltage is VOC, but here the voltage is 0. So in which direction current will go? From VOC to 0. From higher voltage to lower voltage. Okay. So that's why VOC by 5 is written here. Now you can calculate the 10 volt is your VOC value. Okay. Now some of you may have asked one question, that why in this branch, why in this middle branch the current is going in upward direction, why not downward direction? Okay, why the current is going here, I am drawing here in upward direction, why not in downward direction? Okay, can anyone say why this is not in downward direction? Why not in downward direction? Can anyone say?
Sir, there is another source.
Right, there is one another source. So the main logic is, if you consider VOC, if you assume that VOC is greater than 10, okay, then your current flow will be in from VOC to 10, right? If you consider the VOC is less than 10, then your current flow will be from 10 to VOC, as we did. Okay, and in both the cases, your answer will be same. Here in this question, what we did, what is our assumption here? Can anyone say?
V
10 greater than VOC.
10 is greater than VOC. Okay, so now I am writing this equation where the VOC is greater than 10. Okay, let's check whether it is correct or not. It is giving correct answer or not. Okay, so 2 is our incoming current, right? And when 10 VOC is greater than 10, that means your current will go downward direction, correct? That means this will be outgoing current, not incoming. So it will be written in right hand side. So we will write here VOC minus 10 by 10. Okay, just a minute. Hello. RF2. আচ্ছা আচ্ছা ঠিক আছে ঠিক আছে দেবাশিস স্যার কিছু বললেন আচ্ছা ঠিক আছে আমার হয়ে গেছে আমি আসছি হ্যাঁ ঠিক আছে হ্যাঁ আসছি ওকে now we are writing here, this is your outgoing current plus VOC by 5. Right? Clear? Is it okay to everyone? Is it okay to everyone?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay, very good. Then I am writing it like this: 2 minus VOC minus 10 by 10 equals to VOC by 5, or we can write again 2 plus 10 minus VOC by 10 equals to VOC by 5. Check. Both equations are correct or not?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Correct.
Right?
Yes, sir.
Now, is it
Yes,
okay
sir.
to you? Whatever be your assumption, you will get every time this equation. Okay. So now calculate the R equivalent value, and then in the group send me what is your current through the 5 ohm resistor. That is your homework today. Okay. Try to find out. If you know, if then message in the group. Okay. Is it clear to
Right
everyone?
now, sir.
Yes?
Right now.
No, you have time until the evening. Okay. Your class is, okay, I am concluding today's class, right? So every one of you give your attendance in the chat box. Okay.
Thank you.